chairman of the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission here, but there has been a development between yesterday and this morning. As I'm speaking to you now, officials of the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Council are locked in a meeting with members of the National Assembly, and it has to do, again, with this new tariff that is coming into effect tomorrow. So Dr. Amadi is not here, neither is his representative here, but we'll start the show, like I said. We'll also give you the opportunity of taking part on the program, but let me introduce my guest who's here. Between the last time you saw him in the National Assembly and now, he has transformed. I don't know whether to still call him Honorable Dino Melaye or simply go by his new nomenclature.
Yes,
Otumba.
Yes.
Otumba Dino Melaye. Otumba of Bunu Kingdom.
Yes.
In Kogi State.
Yes.
Well, he has also transformed. He has shared that toga of being one of the radical voices in the House of Representatives. He is now Executive Secretary, Anti-Corruption Network. It's always so easy to to form an NGO around issues. Now, what is all this about? Anti-corruption.
Yeah.
Is it just about corruption issues or every issue that touches your fancy?
Every form of injustice is a corruption. And basically, corruption is the bane of our development in this country. And the only way to get out of the doldrum is actually to fight it to a standstill, which we are resolute by the special grace of God to do.
And I saw you leading a group of Nigerians here in Abuja to, was it HCN?
PHCN, yes.
To go and demonstrate against this proposed new
electricity hike,
new tariff.
Yeah, that was about 4 months ago. And after that protest, the federal government and indeed the Minister of Power came out to tell Nigerians that there is no plan to increase electricity tariff because the protest was on a Tuesday, and on the Wednesday after, the Senate summoned them to appear, and they told the Senate that there's no plan to hike electricity tariff. But eventually, you can now see that the government lied, because it's all over. Even the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria announced that the takeoff date for the new electricity tariff will be 1st of...
yeah, it was not that there was no plan to hike electricity or to introduce a new regime of tariff.
Yes.
It was not that there was no plan. It was that the plan had been shifted every time because of the need to listen to Nigerians, because of the need to do one thing or the other, until the last time the president spoke about, will it be about 2 weeks ago?
About 2 weeks ago, yes.
Yes.
2 weeks ago.
The 1st of June
would be
new date was sacrosanct.
Yeah.
And it's less than 24 hours
yes.
to that day.
Yeah. Basically, I will start by saying that Nigerians live in perilous times, and we live in times of vicissitude and vacillation. We live in times of opprobrium and obloquy, in times of pain, in times of difficulties. And no one would think that a responsible, sensitive government haven't gone through the pains of the subsidy in the petroleum sector, that so soon there will be this negative concomitant effect on Nigerians, increasing the tariff on electricity. I mean, this is outrageously calamitous. It's painful. Is uncalled for, and this kind of ill treatment can only remind you in human history of Pontius Pilate when he sentenced our Lord Jesus Christ to flogging and death, because Nigerians do not deserve this type of pain and recklessness. I've done a serious research on this issue of electricity, especially the tariff, and the reasons why government is asking for increase in tariff. I delivered a paper just a few days ago in Lagos, when the minister called a town hall meeting in the city, though the stakeholders were not, who were supposed to be the real consumers of electricity, were not in that, they were not in attendance. But I was there, and I delivered a lecture and a paper, and I categorically told Nigerians that the tariff increase is not a thing for today. In a country where the government has, the government has converted our debt, the nation has been converted from being a debt-free nation with a surplus of over $50 billion in reserve to now a begging nation with with about $45 billion credit to our our neck is a painful situation. And the reason why government is asking for increase is to woo, the major reason is that to woo investors. Okay. That if you increase tariff, then investors will buy into the privatization and operations of the power sector. But basically, I want to tell you that the institutional and infrastructural constraints in the power sector today is of greater impediment than the tariff to an investor. Okay. There are a lot of institutional
let's talk about the institutional and the
infrastructural impediments.
Okay. What are those? But before you go on,
constraints, sir.
I just want to make a quick correction,
yes.
Which is that the government says what is going to happen is not necessarily increase in tariff.
It's another lie.
But appropriate pricing
is another lie.
Energy.
It's another lie.
Appropriate pricing.
It's another lie. As far back as 1986, we have been told by government that there will be steady electricity in Nigeria. As far back as 1986. May the soul of the former Minister of Justice rest in peace. Yeah. In 1999 December, he told Nigerians, that late Chief Melaye, that in 6 months as Minister of Power, he said Nigeria will have stable electricity. These lies have been repeated, and repeated.
We have the NIPP projects
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. And the reason why we will not trust this government, and why we cannot trust this government, and why we are going to vehemently resist this hike, is because $13.2 billion have been invested in the power sector via NIPP projects and other power projects. Yes. 13.2 billion.
Not by this government.
I'm coming.
This government, through the Minister of Power, said just last week,
yes,
admitted publicly to Nigerians that all the previous policies in the power sector have been badly done.
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that.
Isn't that
Government.
Yes, we have spent that much, but it was money wrongly spent because it was.
Mr. Benga,
policy was.
Government is a continuum. The president reiterated a few days ago, or 2 days ago, his commitment to